A strong showing at the annual Junior Junkanoo Parade yesterday despite the major setback from Hurricane Matthew. Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis. Thanks so much for tuning in. Even though only 16 schools participated this year compared to last year's 21, those students were determined not to let the devastation of Matthew dampen their spirits. It was something the nation's chief applauded as he praised the groups who put on a stunning performance at the Cultural Village at Arawak Key yesterday. Junkanoo Swain has more.
Excitement filled the air during the 29th annual Junior Junkanoo Parade. 16 schools throughout the Bahamas all were competing for a win in their respective categories. Prime Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie was among those taking in the parade, and he was happy that Hurricane Matthew did not prevent those competitors from participating in the cultural explosion.
I thought Hurricane Matthew would have affected them much more significantly. I'm so happy to see groups came out. I'm happy to see that Eleuthera has been strongly represented again by Tarpon Bay and Preston Albury. Andros is heavily represented. I think we have to observe some schools didn't come out. I indicated to the minister we should review, find out what their challenges were, and to see if we can help them to cover up on or make up for whatever is missing. Because this is a very significant event. It's a feeder to the bigger Junkanoo. It's almost a platform for our culture with young people. And those who are out here seem to be enjoying themselves.
Culture Minister Dr. Daniel Johnson noted the absence of some schools, saying it's something that will be addressed in the coming year.
We had many schools called Freeport, Abaco. Some people couldn't make it. Bimini is doing something later. So the schools who would not have come from the Family Islands will be going to their parades later in January to do something with them on their island, help them out what they're doing. We got a great plan for the coming years where we're going to take some of the Junkanoo icons who I wish to attach to a school to make sure they bring it and bring it right.
South Andros Member of Parliament Picewell Forbes was pleased that more than 100 competitors made the trip from his constituency. He noted that the students had to overcome tremendous challenges to compete.
They didn't have the material to work with. Some of their stuff that they had was very limited, was destroyed due to the hurricane and the heavy rains in South Andros and Mangrove Key. Amidst us all, some of the regular class exams had to be rescheduled, and they kind of practiced in between. Then also to the mailboat captains who would have made it possible for the students to practice between Mangrove Key and South Andros docks. So parents who would have given so much.
Seoul Petroleum Bahamas Limited is the major sponsor for the Junior Parade, and based on what he saw, General Manager Keith Clinton said it was a reminder of what it means to be Bahamian.
We saw a resiliency. I think the PM likes to call it the indomitable spirit of the Bahamas, right? We have seen schools that have been impacted by a weather event that many say is unprecedented in our lifetime, but they have come back and provided us great entertainment, the continuation of something that's so important to the Bahamas. I take my hats off to every school that has participated.
Assistant Director of Culture with responsibility for Family Island parades, Henry Higgins, also spoke to the resilience of participants.
Of our young people, after being battered by the hurricane, schools have been closed and they've been able to come together and put on a wonderful production. And we are excited and we are pleased how this has gone so far. Hoping that the next year by this time you'll see Abaco back, you'll see Exuma here, and you know the whole truth of the matter, we want to get this to a national parade where the schools in Nassau have to do a parade, but they compete against the schools from the other Family Islands.
When it was all said and done, one-on-one preschool proved winners for a 12th year. The Tarpon Bay Primary School won in their category. In the Junior High Division, Discovery Learning Center would emerge victorious. And in the Senior School category, Preston Albury High School won again. Junkanoo Swain, ZNS Network News.
And speaking of Junkanoo, if you haven't yet purchased tickets for the Boxing Day Parade, you're still in luck. Chairman of the JCMP, Sybil Ferguson, says they have sold about 60% of the tickets. He says for those wanting to attend the big showdown on Bay Street on December 26, a number of good seats are still left.
We're doing very well with ticket sales this year. We have sold out a number of areas. Roston Square to the north, we still have about 300-400 seats in that zone. We had row 28 heading up. We have sold out Parliament Square South. That whole area is completely sold out. We have sold out Scotiabank area, north and south. We have a number of seats remaining in the front of Royal Bank, both sides of the street, from Charlotte Street to Frederick Street. There are lots of seats. Now, all of those seats from Frederick to Charlotte is valued at $16.13. And so we are asking persons who have not yet made their way here down at the JCNP office, they got to do it now, because it's at 1 week out. I think we have approximately 2,900 seats remaining for the parade.
Like every year, Ferguson says he remains optimistic that the New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade will enjoy the same success in ticket sales as the Boxing Day Parade.
You know, New Year's Day is always a challenge because persons get to see the big dance on Boxing Day, and then, you know, New Year's Day, they seem to leave a little lull, okay? But we're asking our customers to come out and support us. We're going to start these parades on time at 12:01 a.m. sharp. We know that the Valley Boys are going to lead off on Boxing Day, and the Saxons are going to lead off on New Year's Day. And so we're just anticipating that that we have good weather. Right now, you know, the first indications is that we have cold front, and, you know, during cold fronts there's a little precipitation, and so we have to just continue to watch the weather this week and see, you know, where we are for next Sunday at the same time.